I'm Kerry from White Tiger Qigong, and today I'm going to be taking you through a Qigong practice for back pain. Often when we have back pain, the muscles in the back tend to seize up, so then we become unable to move and also afraid to move in case that we make more problems in that area. So this practice is designed to loosen up the muscles and get things moving again. So of course it's important, I want you to really follow what your body is needing. So if there's certain movements that don't feel right, you can skip that movement or maybe just go a much smaller variation of it. But also if an exercise feels good, you might want to do that a few more times than I'm doing in the video. So really feel in. Qigong is about a movement meditation. It's about getting into the body and noticing how it feels rather than how it looks. It's not about the aesthetics. It's about getting into the body, seeing what's moving. See if you can visualize your spine moving, visualize your hips moving, see what's moving, see what's not, but without placing any judgment on it, because we're just bringing an awareness in. And if you do Qigong today or you do it tomorrow, they'll probably feel different, and that's okay. So just really tune into the movements, and I hope you enjoy it.
Bring yourself into your Qigong stance, feet hip distance apart, knees bent, tailbone dropped, spine nice and long, arms slightly away from the body, 10% tension in the hand, tongue to the roof of the mouth and crown lifted. Take a deep breath here, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth in a cleansing breath. And then bring your hands onto your lower dantian, your energy center. Bring your attention here and breathe. And taking in another breath, sweeping the arms up and bringing them down in front of the body. As you bring your arms down, think about grounding your feet to the earth. So now we're going to bring some movement into the spine. Breathing out, you're going to curl the tailbone under, tuck the chin. Breathing in, you're going to open up your back. So we're getting some contraction and flexion into the spine here. So just go steady. If you have any pain in your back, just work steady and slow, what feels good. We're getting a beautiful curl to the spine from the head to the tailbone, and then we're opening up the chest. It's like a morning stretch. Just bringing some movement into that spine. And we're going to extend this into heart, opening to the sky. So now we're going to start to give our hug, but still have that feeling of tucking the tailbone and opening the chest. Here we're giving ourselves a hug, tucking that chin, and then opening up, spiraling the palms back. Don't forget to alternate the arms crossing over so that we get equal stretch on either side. This is a great way to bring relief and mobility into that upper back. Tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, and then stretching up, spiraling the palms back. So bring your hands in front of your face, looking into the palms. Take a breath in, breathing out, looking through the palms, and then release the hands off. Bringing the hands back down the front of the body. Just pausing here to see how that feels within the body. Moments between exercises are very important as they allow us to check in with what's going on. We can bring the hands back into the lower dantian now as we move into dragon back. So here we're bending the knees and tucking the tailbone and sending a wave movement up through the spine. So keep your eyes on the horizon as if your head was bobbing on the top of the water. And we're getting the movement waving through the body. And this again is a great way to get that movement into the hips and into the lower back. So the last movement we were opening the upper back, and now we're moving into the hips and lower back. Again, just move slowly, steady, and within a range that feels good for you. These movements help to open up the vertebra in the spine. and create some space for that spinal fluid to flow and help the ligaments and muscles to ease off any tension they may be holding. And again, bringing that back to center and have a little check-in and see how that feels. Breathing gently in and out through the nose. Now we're going to move into our turtle looks behind. So we're going to rotate the palms out as we rotate to the side. Breathing in and out as you do the movement. And let the eyes lead the movement. So we're taking a full rotation around. Getting some spiral movement into the body. All the way from the shoulders, spiraling the palms out and spiraling them back in. Keeping the knees soft, so there's a sink in as we come to the center, and an extending as we rotate round. Keep the breath steady and the movement steady. Returning back to your Qigong stance. We're going to move on to a modified movement. Breathing in, coming up onto the toes, and we're going to do a side stretch here, but bringing down one hand to the hips. If you are feeling that your back isn't strong enough to keep both hands up to the sky. So this can be modified even more by bringing both hands down and keeping them at the hip. So we breathe in as we clasp the hands coming up onto the toes, and breathing out as you bend to the side, looking up in the opposite direction. So here you can do this without the rotational twist as I'm demonstrating here. Or you can do it with. See what's available for you. We don't want to go into any pain. So flowing with that breath, breathing in, reaching up, breathing out. Bend into the side. Find that flow with your breath, gently in and out through the nose. Breathing in up onto the toes. And if coming up onto the toes is too much, you can just keep your feet flat to the floor. Let's have one more, and I'll do this with the rotation, looking up. If you feel you're able to do this, add in that rotation. And last time, breathing in and returning the hands back down. Taking a breath here, in and out through the nose. And we're going to take a step out into rolling the ball. Here we're getting a hip hinge side to side. So you want to keep the legs straight, the back straight, and hinge the hips side to side. As we do this, it's as if we're rolling a ball between our hands. And the movement comes from the hips. So I'm not reaching so much with the arms. The arms naturally get longer and shorter as the hips hinge side to side. So going down and then slowly coming back up. Bringing our feet back to hip distance and breathing out, coming back into our Qigong stance. Breathe in and settling that movement in the body. Taking the time to breathe into the whole body. Rubbing the hands together now, warming up that chi between the hands and bringing them onto the kidneys or lower back as we move into the girdle vessel. So making a spiral. So starting at a center point as if you're drawing with a pencil on the tailbone. and then spiraling out. The spiral getting slightly bigger on each movement. Go nice and slow with this, don't rush it. And when you get to a full circle, you're going to slowly start to rotate it back into the center. This is another great exercise to feel into what's happening with the hips. Now we're going to rotate the other way. So taking your time, this is a great way to stretch the lower back, the hips, the hip flexors. And it allows you that time to breathe and release into this area, especially if you have any back pain in the lower back or the sciatic area. And really take the mind inward as you do this. Really noticing what's happening in the hips, what's happening in the back. Taking this time to be very mindful. Breathing into these areas if you're expanding the areas out, creating space between the joints and the muscles. Bringing yourself back into your Qigong stance with your hands on your lower dantian. Visualizing your energy ball there in the lower dantian. Creating energy and healing within the body. We're going to take the hands, rub them together and start tapping through the body. This is like a little energy shower. You tap the face and the head, chest, wherever feels good through the body. You can use your fingertips, an open fist, or your palms, and just enjoy tapping the whole body. This helps to increase the circulation, the lymphatic flow, and the energy systems. Give the back a good rub and the kidneys. Tap in the sacrum, bringing that vitality to the lower body and onto the hips and the legs. Tap in the knees, bent knees and backs of the knees and the sides. Just roll it up, taking a breath in and sinking down on the breath out. And take a moment to breathe and ground.
Thank you so much for joining me with this Qigong practice. If you would like more videos like this, please subscribe and share, and put in the comments how you got on with this practice. Thank you.